Hello, Devashish sir.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Sir, I can't hear you.
Ravi sir, it is audible.
Yeah. Now I can.
Okay, okay.
Another 5-10 minutes. I'll just let in all the participants. Sir. People are about to join. One participant is in waiting. I'm just like checking other video settings and all that. Okay, choose virtual background. Okay. Background.
कसं करायचं नाव चेंज
कॅमेरा ऑन करून ठेवला मला मी बटन
ऑफ केलं मी कॅमेरा
Welcome. Okay, we just waited for 10 minutes so that others join. So I believe all participants have joined, and let me just introduce myself. Oh, hello, Bharat. Let me just introduce myself. I am Professor Ravi Kumar. I am part of the Law Systems Center of Excellence from Dayanand Sagar University, Bangalore. So, well, as you can see on the screen, I welcome everyone for IRF's International Research and Journal Forums conference. So today we have almost 25 presentations, and basically let me just brief you out about this conference. It is a conference where we have a people and the eminent people from different disciplines, and it is a interdisciplinary conference where you get where everyone get an opportunity to interact with the people from different specializations and can enhance the research. I can hear a lot of disturbances. I'll just mute them. Okay. So, well, so this is about our international conference. This one. So let me just break. Let's have our ice breaking session. Let us all introduce ourselves over here. Like I'll just call out the paper name and request everyone to speak out if you are present, so that we and introduce yourself over here, right? So first of all, let me, as I said, myself Ravi Kumar. I am from Dayanand Sagar University's Dassault Systems Center of Excellence, Center of Excellence head. And I have written almost 6 textbooks for Visvesvaraya Technological University, Karnataka, and like more than 2 lakh engineers are referring it for their studies for mechanical and automobile engineering and all the this engineering discipline, management and entrepreneurship, different mechatronics. These are some of the textbooks which I've written, and students from here are referring it. And I have like 20 plus publications in international journals, and I'm about to come. I've done my master degrees, and I've dual master degree, masters, MTech plus MBA, and I'm like completing my uh, PhD in another year. I will be in the field of quality management. So this is like a brief about myself. So now let us just introduce ourselves, everyone, and so that let us understand everyone's profile out here. So I'll call upon. Do we have Professor Hafiz Abdo here? Professor Hafiz Abdo. Can everyone see the screen? Yeah, I request everyone to just introduce yourself. Where are you from? Which discipline you belong, and have a small like about you over here, um, like in a serial number way only, so that so I can't miss out anyone. That's why, according to this, we'll just have an introducer. In case if I would have missed anyone, we will just try to introduce others afterwards later. Okay. Do we have Hafiz Abdu? I'm sorry if I'm spelling wrong.
I think the mic is muted.
Uh,
Please unmute the mic.
uh, Hafiz Abdu. Okay, sir, your mic is unmuted only. You can talk. You there, Hafiz? Okay, maybe some technical glitches he's facing. Hafiz.
Actually, he sent a message in chat box
Oh, okay.
that his mic is muted.
No. His
From your side, it is muted, he's saying.
no. I can see his. It is unmuted actually here. Mr. Can you check it now, sir? Can you use some earphone or something, or some other? Check with you. Can you check with your earphone, because I can see you are unmuted here. I have unmuted everyone, Mr. Hafiz sir. I have unmuted everyone. Can you just check with some earphone mic or something? I have unmuted everyone.
Yes, I could listen you.
Yeah. I've unmuted
I
everyone.
think you can. I think you can type on chat because still he is messaging that he could not. I think he is not able to hear.
Oh, okay. Um, I okay. Let me just check with others if it is coming the same. If it is coming same issues. Do we have Ziali? Uh, paper ID 300. Uh, do we have Ziali? Sorry if I'm spelling it wrong. You can see this, and you can see on the screen your name. Okay. Do we have Mr. Wang? Sorry, uh, Quen. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name properly. Uh, Songs Quan Wang. Okay. Do we have Nina Brar or Jaspreet Singh? Okay. Do we have Rachan Rachak? I'm sorry. Paper ID 3687. Do we have paper ID 3687? Or do we have paper ID 2368? Hansa. I- Okay. Do we have Priyanka Ghosh? Priyanka Ghosh. Okay. Do we have Ishwar? Ishwar. You guys, I have unmuted everyone. You can just unmute yourself. Ishwar, can you hear? You can unmute yourself there. I have unmuted all. Oh, Priyanka Ghosh, you're not able to unmute yourself. Okay, I'll just.
Your mute.
Okay, I've unmuted everyone once again. And like, can you check it?
Now I think many are unmuted.
Okay. Uh,
It's showing.
okay. Yeah, Priyanka Ghosh. Can you hear?
Those are the yellow ones are there.
Rahman, I'm muting you. I'm sorry, there is some background disturbance.
इसमें ए भी लिखा है जो येलो मार्क में जो टाइटल में जो येलो मार्क में है
I think everyone is muted. Can we have our okay? Except
Good morning.
yeah, good morning.
Good morning for you.
वो दूसरा भी यही
I'm good. Just
so,
1 minute, please.
so your voice is breaking. I'm sorry. Hello.
Doctor,
कैनवस
1 minute, please.
There is some disturbances from others. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Can we have an introduction in the order of our paper itself, paper ID itself, so that Hafiz, can you able to hear now?
I can hear you, yes.
Can you talk now?
ये यही है क्या?
I'm
Mr.
talking,
Hafiz?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Wonderful.
मुझे
Okay.
नंबर याद नहीं है.
Yeah. Uh, let me just mute all so that, or else please request everyone to keep quiet, or let us not have any background noises when someone is talking. Request everyone to mute yourself, or you know, make your surrounding little bit noise.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please let me say just for 1 minute.
Okay, okay.
I have to leave after 10 minutes because for Jum'ah Salah in
Mhm.
Saudi Arabia.
Okay, okay.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay, you can continue just as a note for you.
can you come back afterwards so we can?
Maybe I can come back after 2 hours, not less than.
Okay, okay. You can come back after 2 hours. You can introduce yourself, Mr.
Abdul Razak.
Yeah, yeah. Abdul
Mr.
Razak.
Abdul Razak at the
Okay.
last page, the second page.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
to the second page. Yes, Abdul
Yes.
Razak.
Uh-huh.
Abdul Razak and Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please introduce yourself. We are from which place and which university, what discipline you are belong to. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good morning for all of you. I'm Dr. Abdul Razak. My colleague is Dr. Muhammad Isa. We are now teaching at Shakra University at Saudi Arabia. I think Saudi Arabia is well known for all of you. Today is Jum'ah, Friday in English. That means we have a prayer at after 1 hour. But regarding for the COVID-19 issue, we have to come back, come early for the mosque. I'm associate professor in mechanical engineering, power and thermal engineering.
That's
Now we
nice.
have a research funded from scientific research unit from our university. This research is concerned about the distillation of water using solar energy. Because of scarcity of water, fresh water in Saudi, they are now focusing on using solar energy and wind energy for energy production, electrical energy production, and to find a better source for fresh water. So we have this funded research concerning about desalination of water. I got my PhD from Jordan. I'm a Jordanian, not Saudi, but I'm now working in Saudi. I got my PhD from Jordan about 2008. it's my interesting in research and in PhD in power and thermal energy, in air conditioning, solar energy, renewable energy, all types of renewable energy. I'm working on it. I have more than 30 papers for all these disciplines. This is what I can introduce myself. Just I'm waiting for the presentation. Inshallah ta'ala, I will come back after Salah,
Sure.
maybe
Sure.
1 hour, half
Yes,
an hour,
yes.
and
Yes,
2
sir.
hours.
Not an issue, sir.
Just thank you for all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome back. Maybe after your prayer, please do join, and we would like to hear you. Thank you. You can leave, sir. Thank you. Well, let us continue our introduction, from the others' introduction. Do we have uh, Hafiz? Hafiz, can you talk now?
I'm
Yes,
with
Hafiz,
you, yes.
we can hear you.
Yeah. Do you want me to start presentation or to introduce
No, sir.
myself?
You can just just you can introduce yourself.
Sure.
Let us all introduce yourself, and let us understand all are from which background. And after
Sure.
that, we can have a quick presentation from
Sure.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hafiz Abdo. I work for University of Nottingham. Before joining University of Nottingham, I worked for Sheffield Hallam University, and before that, I worked for Nottingham Trent University. and many years ago I worked for the University of Sheffield or in the UK. My research is focused on accounting and taxation for the extractive industries. Supervise the students on different subjects, PhD students, on accounting for extractive industries, corporate social responsibility, renewable energy, etc. I am associate editor of two journals, Journal of Applied Accounting Research and Journal of Financial Reporting and Accounting. Today, I am going to talk about one of my topics, which is accounting regulations for the oil and gas industry. And I would like to wish you all a very successful conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Hafiz, for your wonderful introduction. Welcome you here. Mohammed, just mute you. Yeah. So, we'll have a next introduction. Zioli, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, Zioli. Can you hear? Can you have an introduction of yours?
Yep, but I cannot share the screen.
No. We will have this sharing screen options once everyone have introduced ourselves, and let us just get to know everyone from which field and discipline, and later we can have a presentation. Can you tell your name, your introduction of yourself?
My name is Shali from the Chiang Mai University, and the research topic is comparing returns and the risks of portfolio with gray band and without gray band. So in this paper, we constructed 3 portfolio and to compare which portfolio is better and get the optimal weight to
nice.
suggest the investor allocation the asset.
Surely we need we want to understand we want to understand you. You're from which place, which university? Just speak about that. Let us have our a formal introduction, and then later we'll have a presentation about this your topic. And like you're from which discipline, which background, and where are you from? That would be fine. You're from which university, which country?
I'm from the Chiang Mai University is in Thailand.
Thailand.
And
Okay,
I'm
nice.
a Chinese. I'm a Chinese studying in the Thailand
Nice,
for
nice.
the master degree.
That's nice. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you. From which background? Which? What is your specialization? Finance or accounting? What exactly is your specialization? Studying. Hello. Can you hear, Ziali?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Which? What is your field? Which field you're from? What you study in university? Which I mean, in university, what you study? Yeah.
I'm studying economics in the Chiang Mai
Okay.
University.
Economy.
Okay,
Okay, that's nice. Thank you.
thank you.
Yes. Do we have Wang? I'm sorry if I'm spelling wrong. Quen Wang.
Yes.
Yes, Wang. Can you introduce yourself, your place, and your university, and about you?
Okay. My name is Wang Qian, and I'm a Chinese. And now I study the master degree at Chiang Mai University, Thailand.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Which field? Economics, or what are you studying in Thailand?
Economics.
Economics. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have Nina Brad? Nina or Jaspreet? Do we have Nina or Jaspreet? Okay, I don't see them. Do we have Rachani? I'm really sorry if I can't. Yeah, I think I can see Rachani Khan.
Yes. You
Yes.
can call me my Rashanikorn. My name is Rashanikorn Rachatakon. Now I am researcher at Institute of Thai Study in Chulalongkorn University, Thailand.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Your research in which field? Which
Oh,
discipline?
it's not a film. It is a performance literature puppet play. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Do we have Hansa?
Yeah, Hansa
Yeah.
this side. Good
Yes.
afternoon, everyone. Hi, this is Hansa. I'm a research scholar from Jharkhand Rai University, Ranchi, India. And I'm pursuing my PhD, my research in the discipline of English literature. And the topic of my research is cultural dislocation and representation of femininity in the novels of Bharati Mukherjee. And that's all.
Thank you, Hansa. Do we have Priyanka Ghosh?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. So I am Dr. Priyanka Ghosh. I am at the ERA University, Lucknow, India, and I am an assistant professor at the ERA University, and I teach geography and environmental science. So today I am going to talk about tourism. So I have a background in geography, and I completed my PhD from the University of Kentucky, USA. So today I will talk about tourism. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Do we have Ishwar Sai?
Yes, this is Ishwar. I'm currently pursuing aerospace degree from Hindustan University, Chennai in India. So this paper is about normal serrations of wings. That's it.
Thank you, Ishwar. Do we have Akil Bajaj? Akil? Akil Bajaj? Okay. Do we have, I'm unable to pronounce it, Kifaya Sabha?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Kifaya Sabbah. I'm here with my colleagues, Safiya, Muhammad, Samira, and Ahmed. We are a PhD student in learning and teaching program from An-Najah University from Palestine. My colleague Safiya will present our paper about education in Palestine compared with education in Thailand and Japan. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So do we have Jerin Lal?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Jerin Lal. I'm from Mumbai, Maharashtra, that's in India. And I'm an MTech student in my final semester. And I'm pursuing my MTech from Cochin University, Kochi, India. So this is my project regarding antenna arrays. And my project topic is a design of 11x11 KUN microstrip planar patch array antenna. So my research is basically in the field of socialization of wireless technology in electronics and telecommunication department. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerin. Do we have Charudatta Joshi?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Am I
We
audible?
can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Hello.
So please introduce yourself.
I am doing my MTech. Yeah, I'm Charlotte. I'm doing my MTech from Mumbai University, and along with that, I am working at Godrej Aerospace in order to complete my project. So I am doing research on automation of welding process. So I will be giving you presentation on automation of welding process in.
I feel some network issues from your side, and there is like I can see some disturbances. We couldn't able to hear what exactly you said at last. Can you repeat
Hello?
it? Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
Yeah.
So please
Am I
introduce
audible?
yourself. Yeah, now you can hear. Now we can hear you. Can you please? Yeah, please introduce
Hello everyone.
yourself.
I am Charlotte Joshi. I am Charlotte Joshi. I am studying MTech from KJ Somaya College of Engineering, Mumbai University. Along with that, I am doing my project internship at Godrej Aerospace, Mumbai. So today I am going to represent a topic of my project, that is automation of welding process for aerospace bracket assembly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Do we have Shubham Mogare? I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing wrong. Shubham. Okay. Shubham Mogare or Praveen Kumar. Okay. Do we have Muhammad Kamal?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
here.
Sorry, I
Hello,
was
everyone.
unable
I am Mohammed. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
I am Mohammed Al Mashadani. Hello, everyone. I am Mohammed Al Mashadani. I am PhD student in electrical and electronic engineering. Now I'm working in fiber laser sources in multi-wave length. My master was in antenna and propagation. Now I will present the review paper in fiber laser.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're from which country? You said, sir. We couldn't able to understand that.
No, I'm in Turkey, Ankara Yıldırım Beyazıt University.
Okay. Okay. You're from Turkey. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do we have Geeta Sekar?
Yes.
Yes. Please.
Tabunga. I'm here with my colleague Rahma Sabilarindradi to present the presentation, and we are general practitioners doctor from University of Muhammadiyah Malang, and our research is about public health, communicable disease. Thank you.
Can you introduce? Sorry, I was unable to hear. There was some background disturbances. Can you please reintroduce yourself, Anisa, right?
Yeah. So my name is Anissa Bunga, and I'm a general practitioner doctor from University of Muhammadiyah Malang. I'm here with my colleague Rahma Sabilarindradi from the same institution, and we will be presenting our research about public health, communicable disease problem.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, we have Syed Syed Hussain, Syed Takir Hussain.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Do we have next presenter paper ID 324? Syed, do we have Syed Hussain? Do we have Hussain? Okay. Do we have Bhatia, Karanpreet Bhatia?
Hello everyone, I am Karanpreet's partner and I am Bhumika. I will be presenting today. I am a BTech Biotechnology student at Delhi Technological University, India. That's it. Thank you.
No, thank you. Which specialization is it, ma'am? Thanks. Sorry, we
It's
didn't.
biotechnology.
Biotechnology. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Do we have? I'm sorry, I couldn't able to. I'm really sorry for the name pronunciation. Pasit Charo one or anyone from the team like Hewling, Song Yongshun. Paper stress prediction using an efficient psychological question mining method. Okay. Do we have Prajakta?
Yes, Prajakta Purani.
Yes, ma'am.
Here.
Please.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
I am Professor Prajakta Purani. I have 5 years of teaching experience and 1 year industrial experience. Currently, I am working under Savitribai Phule University, Pune. I am from India, and my topic is on the cloud computing. That is, I view of cloud computing security. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your introduction.
Yes, thank you.
Do we have Saiful Islam? Saiful. Yeah.
If I'm Farooq Ahmed Jewel, representing my colleague Saiful Islam.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
from. So I would like to present the papers today here. I'm Farooq Ahmed Jewel, PhD student of Computer Science and Engineering. My university name is DUET, Dhaka University of Technology, and I'm also a head of a innovation lab. Actually, this is the laboratory of government labs where we solve the society's problem through involving all of the university's people, teachers, students, and the implementation. Thank you.
Thank you for a nice introduction, sir. Yes, do we have our next introduction of Ilurana Demai?
Yes, we are here. I am Agron Shala. I'm from Republic of Kosovo. I work in Public Hydro Institute here in Republic of Kosovo in Pristina. Pristina is capital city of Kosovo. In this year, I have started PhD studies in the Southeast University in Republic of Macedonia in the field of environment. And to your conference, we have sent 2 papers to present.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Welcome.
And I have another question for you. If you let me, if you can let me to start the presentation first.
Okay.
Because today is a Friday and I have to go to Moscow.
Sure, sir. We can do that. Not an issue, sir. Sure. We'll have our introduction and then we can just give you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm ready. I'm waiting you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think everyone have given their introduction. Did we miss anyone? Anyone?
Yes, sir. I'm left.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Please introduce yourself, ma'am.
Myself, Anu Sharma. Good afternoon and good morning to all. Myself, Anu Sharma. You may go to the page number 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The first presentation. Last page. Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
2 more are here.
Oh, sorry.
So myself, Anu Sharma, Dr. Anu Sharma. I'm working as a senior scientist at Indian Agricultural Statistics Research Institute, New Delhi, India. And basically, I'm into research, teaching, and imparting. I have done PhD in the area of recommendation systems, and my area of specialization is the recommendation system, data mining, machine learning, bioinformatics. I works in the division of Center for Agricultural Bioinformatics. So basically, now we are working in the area of applying bioinformatics in the field of agriculture in India. Our institutes, it comes under ICAR, which is Indian Council of Agriculture Research. And I have been associated with many research projects as the principal investigator and as the co-investigator. I have also imparted or being a part of many training programs. And at present, I am guiding 2 PhD students and in the area of computer application. And I have guided 2 students in the area of MSc computer application and 2 in the area of MSc bioinformatics. So basically my discipline is computer application, but right now I'm working in the area of bioinformatics for agriculture. So basically here we are more concerned with developing the tools as well as applying the data mining, machine learning, and statistical methods for handling of your biological data in agriculture. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful introduction. Nice to meet you. Do we have Lee Hung Chun? Lin Hong Chun? Okay. Do we have Muthu Veerappan?
Yeah, sir, I'm here.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah, myself, Muthu Veerappan. I am a BTech pursuing student from VIT Valley Institute of Technology, Chennai campus. And this is my first paper, and I've chosen my topic as external gear pumps, and I've been working under this. And I am the chair of IEEE Robotics and Automation Society of VND.
Oh, nice, nice, Nobul. So thanks for your introduction. Sure. Well, did we miss anyone? Did everyone excuse yourself? Okay. As I can see, everyone are raising concern of presenting first. I agree that. So let us do one thing. I just saw some two, three messages just now. As I will have the first presentation from Ilrai Demai. They requested from Kosovo. They just requested they need to leave. After that, we can just give the presentations for others. And if you feel, you can feel free to join at any point of time. If you have, like, if you want to, like, have a prayer, please do pray and do come back. You will be. I'll just let you in, and this conference will be like we can extend it, like it will be happening. We have like 24 25 presentations, so it will be happening maybe up to 4:35. That's why. So feel free to join back after your prayer, right? For the day first, for the day we let's have our first presentation by Ilrai. Here.
Iriana Demai.
I'm sorry, I'm unable. I was pronouncing.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can I?
So, sir, you can share the screen. I'll just stop sharing my screen. Right. You
Okay.
can share the
Just
screen.
let me to share.
Yeah, you.
Because it's unable to.
I'll allow the access to share. Yes, I have done that. You can look into it. You can share the screen. Can you do that? Can you see? Can you get? Did you get the access?
No, I can't do that.
Okay, I'll just check. Yeah, can you do that now?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, I'll just mute all, and then later I'll just unmute you again, so that let us not have any disturbances. And in that meantime, if you have any doubts during the presentation, you can explore there in the reaction button. You can see their raise hand option. So you can just utilize that raise hand option, so I can unmute accordingly if you have any questions, and request you to participate in your full fledged, so that you can understand here people are from different background, and it will be very nice to interact and understand the culture, the knowledge, and amongst everyone. So we'll start up with the presentation for the day.
Yes. For the impact
Yes.
of Mitrovica landfill wastewater on the Iber River. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Yes, yes, yes.
I will start with
Thank
the first paper to do the presentation.
Yes.
And if you have any question, we can interact, or all the participants, if they are interested after reading our papers, I will send to them my mail if they have any question, and I can send to them all the answers.
Let us do one thing. We will. I'll share my email address to everyone. We can create a Google group, so you can share the. We can share the presentation. Everyone in that drive.
Thank you very much.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
This is my email address. I'm just writing it in the chat box. So you can share everyone. You can share the presentations here. Everyone can share there, so that others can look into your presentations and work. And also we can communicate each other for in the coming days.
Okay, I will start.
Yes, sir. Yes.
The first paper is the impact of Mitrovica landfill wastewater on the Iber River in Republic of Kosovo. We have working to do this paper. We have worked as a group with Mr. Iliriana Demai and Professor Murtezani. I will start with abstract, the river degradation and
Sorry, I just unmuted. I muted everyone and unmuted you so that
Okay, thank you very much.
not disturb. I mean,
The uncontrolled waste
Yes.
disposal, the drainage of wastewater and other polluters are representing a huge risk for the river. Even though Kosovo has passed many laws, administrative orders, and state water strategy, the lack of the implementation and imposition of fines has created a situation that is out of control regarding the management and safeguard of the river from pollution and drainage of polluting waters. Eber River, besides being polluted by the sewage and by waste thrown by the citizen, is also polluted by waters and that are draining from Mitrovica landfill, which is nearby its flow. Taking into consideration the location of waste landfill and the proximity with Eber's flow, the possibility of pollution is evident. The scientific research was carried out primarily by determining 3 locations where the samples were taken in order to continue further with laboratory analysis. The samples were taken and analyzed during the year 2018 and 2019. The analyzed physical and chemical parameters have shown different variations such as the temperature, pH, color, electrical conductivity, dissolved oxygen, chemical oxygen, and demand. Okay, I will start with the introduction. A landfill of flow result, mainly from rain in the layers of buried waste and biochemical reaction of the remains that contain dangerous substances and polluters that lead to the pollution of surface or underground springs. The best method to control the pollution from the drainage is the treatment of flows in order to remove toxic substances before they are drained into water sources. The liquid of wastewater should be treated in an efficient way in order to prevent the unfavorable health risk for the user of surface water, springs, and the aquatic ecosystem. The disposal of raw wastewater that is treated in the inadequate manner in water flow has long and short-term effects in the environment and human health. Hence, adequate application of laws on water and the environment is necessary in order to safeguard the health of the rural and urban population. The inadequate management of the landfill can represent serious threats for the environment through the disposal of wastewater with high intensity, known as drainage. The treatment of the landfill leakage in order to reduce totally the negative influence in the environment represents a challenge day. The method of sanitary landfills for the ultimate landfilling of solid waste continues to be widely accepted and applied science. This is a relatively simple procedure with low cost. The study area. The landfill of urban waste is located in the southwest of Mitrovica city, here in Republic of Kosovo, 7 kilometers from the city. The location of a landfill is in the northwestern part of Mitrovica. It has a surface of 10 to 15 degrees. The narrow zone has 7 hectares. It has been projected for a capacity of 2,000 and 2,500,000 meters. The monthly amount of the waste input in the landfill is around 4,000 tons. Where area there, yearly amount is 40 to 50 tons per year. Eber rivers flows in Montenegro and is characterized by hydrological low region with an average flow of 33 meters per second. Since historically, this river is surrounded by many building. Iber is an important development factor. Until recently, the water of the sea has been an important flow for the population and has been used for various purposes such as water supply, watering, fishing, and recreation. Methodology and materials. After several terrain researches, 3 sampling points have been determined. One of them in the waste landfill and the other 2 in Iber. The samples were taken and analyzed in laboratory where areas some of physical parameters have been analyzed during the work in the determined locations as sampling points. The rest of the physical parameters have been analyzed in the laboratory as well as the chemical ones based on standard methods. Sampling points have been marked with symbols. If you can see the symbols, but the determination of sample points and coordinate measuring has been carried out via manual GPS with reference to the system Kosovo, reference 01. The sample were taken and sent to a lab for analysis according to standards procedures. Some of the analyzed physical and chemical parameters are electrical conductivity, temperature, chemical parameters, dissolved oxygen, chlorides, biochemical oxygen demand, nitrates, calcium, magnesium, iron, etc. Data processing was carried out with the following programs: Excel, Word, GIS. We have used it as and the SPSS. In the table below, we have presented the methods and techniques that we have been using in the analysis of physical parameters. You can read. I don't want to read one by one. Here are the results. The priority of waste management system should always be the offering of cleaning service that helps in the environmental, maintains and health safety of the population. The composition of waste is very important in waste management science. It's influenced by waste density, proposed collection methods, transportation, and landfilling. Hence it is necessary to determine the strategy of waste reuse, reduction, and recycling. The components of solid waste management differ with different life standards. The waste created in the cities with low and medium income is composed in great part of organic waste, mainly more than 50% of the total generated waste, where the waste in cities with high incomes is diverse, containing relatively more plastic and paper. In almost every developing country, municipal solid waste represent a risk in both ecological and health aspect. Agamuth, here we have referred one author, Agamuth, has pointed out that the usual causes for the lack of good practice for waste reduction in developing economies are the fast urbanization, a relatively uneducated population, and the lack of corporation responsibility toward the cleaner production. Continuous studies show that in many developing countries, municipal waste is generated by household 55 to 80%, followed by trade zones or the market 10 to 30%, and different amounts from the streets, industries, and the institution. And down here is the table. We have presented all the results of the physico-chemical parameters analyzed with statistical methods for the 3 sampling cities. I will send to you my presentation and you can read. Here we have explained one by one the water temperature in point IDS1. Water temperature has varied from 14.2 grades Celsius to 25.3 grades Celsius. Where areas in the Iber River, the temperatures were lower. In point IDS2, the temperature has ranged from 11.7 to 20.9, while in point IDS3, the values has varied from 11.6 to 22.6. The figure 1 shows the recorded temperatures value during our measures in AE, or administrative instruction 13/2014, that a low temperature value is 30 grades Celsius. Water color. The value of the color during the measuring in point IDS1 have varied from 74.8 to 187.21. In both points in Iber River, low values have been registered regarding the color. In point IDS2, the minimal recorded value is 0.14, and the maximal value is 119. The point IDS3, the value varied from 0.48 to 2.28. COPT, electrical conductivity. In point IDS1, the value of EC have varied from 3,980 to 4,559. Where areas in Iber River in the point IDS2, the values range from 290 to 315 centimeters, and in the point IDS3 we have higher value ranging from 280 to 232. Electrical conductivity doesn't have a defined value in IE 30/2014. Hydrogen ion concentration in the point IDS1 has registered a value ranging from 7.1 to 8.2. In IDS2, 8.0 to 8.4. Where areas in point IDS3, the values have varied from 7 to 9 and to 8 to 0.3. That allowed values according to administrative instruction. Dissolved oxygen. In point IDS1, the oxygen has registered values from 2.7 to 4.11. In a point IDS2, the values have varied from 8.31 to 8.67. Where areas in point IDS3, the minimal value was 6 to 65, and the maximal value was 8.25, according to the administrative instruction here in the Republic of Kosovo. Chemical oxygen demand in the point IDS1 code has recorded the minimal value of 394.79 and a maximal value of is 740. Where areas in both points in Iber River, lower values were recorded in IDS2, that values varied from 5 to 50 milligram to 12.10, and in IDS3 from 76.33 to 13.90, that allowed the value according to administrative instruction here in Kosovo for chemical oxygen demand goes up to 125. Biochemical oxygen demand. High value of oxygen demand were recorded in point IDS1 with minimal value starting from 460 and maximal value of 547.8. Iber River point IDS2 has recorded value from 3.2 to 7.1, and in point IDS3 from 3.2 to 6.4. For biochemical oxygen demand, The allowed value according to administrative instruction here in Kosovo is up to 25 total phosphor. The total phosphor in point ID S1 has registered a variation of values from 15.64 to 19. In point ID S2, the variation of values has ranged from 0.09 to 0.21, and in point ID S3, 0.02 to 0.04. The allowed value according to administrative instruction for total phosphor is up to 2 milligram. The ammonium in landfill waters in a point IDS 1 has recorded values from 4 to 73 and to 10.30. In the water soil river in point IDS2, the values have varied from 0.01 to 1.21. And in the point IDS3 were recorded the values from 0.07 to 1.12 according to administrative instruction here in Kosovo that allowed the value is up to 10 milligram per liters. Chlorides in point IDS1 chloride variation has ranged from 512.2 and 667. In the point ID S2 chloride values in the content of sample have recorded a variation from 6.8 to 19.2, and the point ID S3 chloride values have ranged from 8.2 to 24.5. The allowed value for chlorides go up to 250 according to administrative instruction here in Kosovo. The iron has recorded the minimal value of 0.338 and the maximal value of 0.510. In a point IDS1, whereas in two other points, iron concentration in sample was lower. In a point IDS2, the minimal value was 0.066 and the maximal one was 0.087, whereas in point IDS3 the values of iron concentration have varied from 0.031 to 0.092. The allowed value according to administrative instruction here in Kosovo is at 2 milligram per liter. In the point IDS1, mangan values in the sample have varied from 0.022 to 0.108. In point IDS2, the minimal values were 0.011 and the maximal values were 0.032. Whereas in point IDS3, the values have ranged from 0.015 to 0.037. The allowed value for mangan according to administrative instruction is 2.0. And now we are in the end of the presentation. We have now here we have the recommendation: continuous monitoring of throwing, compression, and landfill covering is the first recommendation. Continuous treatment of waste, water pump installment, maintenance of channels for atmospheric waters, and water filtration before being drained basins. Systematic analysis of physical and chemical parameters of drainage waters in lagoons outside the landfill. Monitoring of flowing waters in Iber River here in Kosovo. And here we have the conclusion. The results show that the values of the parameters in a point IDS1 have recorded high concentration of polluters based on the research for this 2 years period. The data show that as a result, water flow from the drainage of waste from the landfill of Mitrovica point IDS3 has shown higher population value compared to point IDS1. This happens because Point Ideas 2 is located in a place that is not attacked by drainage waters or the waste landfill. As a result, the measured parameters show lower population values. Another conclusion is one of the greatest challenges that modern society faces today is the excessive generation and the safe removal of solid waste from the environment. In this context, an effective management of municipal waste is needed, but in many places, local authorities have limited finances and inadequate services. Furthermore, in many landfills, there is no adequate treatment for the toxic liquid generated from the decomposition of organic waste. This situation means that toxic remnants can contaminate soil and groundwater sources, while gases produced in the decomposition processes are released. Thank you very much. It was the first presentation of first paper. We can start with second presentation.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Now I will do that. Okay, thank you very much for your listening. And this paper is very interesting. And in this paper, we are working as a group. And I am as a co-author with Iliriana Demay and Professor Murtezani. The topic of this paper is variation of physical and chemical parameters of wastewater of waste landfill in Mitrovica and Mirash in Republic of Kosovo. For the participants who doesn't have information, Kosovo is an independent country, and we are in the Balkan region in cross-border with Serbia, Republic of Macedonia, Albania, and Montenegro. The abstract: in Kosovo, there is no form that is not organized and managed by the state in order to treat municipal waste, and reduction of its quantity and the whole quantity goes straight in the sanitary landfill. In various places, there are certain individual forms of organization or via projects that are financed to process waste, mainly later plastic, seldom glass, etc. The ineffective action, the inability of compression treatment, covering according to standards and management of waters that are drained from the decomposition of organic waste very often represent potential threat for the population of nearby spaces and beyond, including the soil, water, and air science. Methane is one of polluting gases that is released in atmosphere. Continuous control through soil and water analysis provides an overview for the condition and contamination potential of waste landfill. This research aims to analyze and compare physical, chemical parameters of Mirash and Mitrovica waste landfills. Here is the introduction. As a result of the industrial revolution and technology development, the models of human consumption in the whole world have changed, and the use of natural sources and goods has multiplied. For this reason, great amounts of various types of solid waste are produced every day, causing an alarming problem for their elimination. The population of the environment due to waste mismanagement is a global issue. Open dumping and burning are the main system of the treatment of waste and final landfilling, which are mainly present in places with low income. Waste collection can reduce pollution which otherwise can represent a threat for human health and lives in animals. Municipal solid waste management, which represents an element toward the policy of sustainability development, comprise sorting, conservation, collection, displacement, carrying, processing, and solid waste disposal in order to minimize its negative impact on the environment. Uncontrolled municipal solid waste management can become a factor in the transmission of innumerable diseases. Sanitary landfills are considered as the main options for municipal solid waste disposal due to their sophisticated system of conservation, environmental monitoring, and improved operative practices. The study area of this paper is the Urban Wasteland landfill is located in the southwest part of the city of Mitrovica at a distance of about 70 kilometers. It has been an area of up to 50 hectares. The landfill, and another part of this paper is the landfill of Mirash was built in the years between 2004-2006. It has started operating in 2006. Its planned lifespan is 15 years, and it is predicted to close in 2020. The size of the landfill is 40 hectares, and the area with an isolation liner of this base is 6.8 hectare areas. The tape of the isolation linear of the landfill base is geomembrane 2.5 clay liner. The total capacity is 5,000 meters per quarter. This landfill serves the municipalities of Pristina, Obilic, Lipian, Pushkosova, Drenas, and Gračanica. These are the municipalities are different cities here in Kosovo. The methodology, primarily the terrain was explored and sample collection were determining. Since it's about landfill drainage, water points were determined in their water collection lagons. Sample taking was carried out by sticking to transportation, conservation, and analysis standards. Sample points were marked with symbols IDS1, drainage water lagoon of Mitrovica landfill, and IDS2, drainage water lagoon of Mirash landfill. The measurement of coordinates was carried out by manual GPS. Several physico-chemical parameters were analyzed in the laboratory, which area considered as determinants of the degree of water contamination. Some of the parameters that were analyzed are temperature, pH, dissolved oxygen, chemical oxygen demand, biochemical oxygen demand, nitrates, phenols, fluoride, etc. While data processing was carried out with computers program, especially with SPSS. In the table, we have presented the methods and techniques that have been used in analysis of physico-chemical parameters, as you can read here in this table. I will continue. And here, I will explain you one by one some of the result of the elements. Okay. Here is the results. The landfill are the main option for the elimination of municipal solid waste in the whole world, but in the most part, these landfills are not engineered. That is why they cannot prevent soil and groundwater contamination from the produced toxic flow. The main environmental concerns regarding municipal landfills are related to their quantity and quality, the flow, gas generation, and decomposition process that occur in there. The flow can be composed by fluids that derive from a series of sources, including rainfalls, groundwaters, primary consolidation, humidity, retention, and reaction that are related to the composition of waste matter. During our two-year research, several physico-chemical parameters and heavy metals have been analyzed in order to determine the degree of pollution of drainage waters from landfill waste. The measurement indicates that some of the parameters cross the allowed limits according to administrative instruction for the wastewater here in Kosovo. In the table below, we have presented all the results of physical, chemical parameters analyzed with statistical methods for both landfills. And here I will explain you some elements. And we start with temperature. During our measurement, the temperature in point IDS1 has fluctuated from 14.2 to 25.3 degrees Celsius. Whereas in the point IDS2, the temperature has varied from 14.2 to 25.5. The measurement indicates that there are no significant differences in temperature, and the allowed value according to administrative instruction here in Kosovo is up to 30 degrees Celsius. Electrical conductivity. The variation of electrical conductivity in point IDS1 has fluctuated from 3,980 to 4,559. While in point IDS4, the variation of electrical conductivity has varied from 3,750 to 4,700. In administrative instruction, there is no defined value for electrical conductivity. Hydrogen ion concentration, the variation of hydrogen ion concentration during our 3-year measurements in point IDS1 has varied from 7.1 to 8.2, while in point IDS4, the variation of hydrogen ion concentration has fluctuated from 7.3 to 8.3 according to administrative instruction that allow that hydrogen ion concentration values are 6.5 to 8.5. Dissolved oxygen, the variation of dissolved oxygen, the measurement in point IDS1 has ranged from 2.05 to 4.30, while in point IDS4, the composition of dissolved oxygen has registered value from 0.10 to 2.19, according to administrative instruction that allowed the values are 3. Biochemical oxygen demand during our measurement has varied from 434 to 547.8 in point IDS1, while in point IDS4, biochemical oxygen demand has varied from 434 to 547.8. The allowed value for the biochemical oxygen demand according to administrative instruction is up to 25. Chemical oxygen demand during the measurement has varied from 394.79 to 803. These are the values that were recorded in point IDS1, while the variation of chemical oxygen demand COD in point IDS4 has ranged from 332 to 568. The allowed value according to administrative instruction for COD is up to 125. Total phosphorus, the variation of total phosphorus during the measurement in point IDS1 has ranged from 10 to 60, whereas in point IDS4, the variation of TP has varied from 5.66 to 9.19. The allowed value according to administrative instruction for TP is up to total nitrogen. The variation of total nitrogen in point IDS1 has ranged from 25.8 to 39.95, while in point IDS4, the variation of TN has ranged from 25.33 to 51.66. The allowed value according to administrative instruction for TN is 15. Ammonium in point IDS1 has registered a variation from 4 to 73 to 14.21, while in point IDS4, the variation have recorded values starting from 4.88 to 10.60. According to administrative instruction, the allowed value is up to 10. Chlorides during the measurement. In point IDS1, chlorides have recorded a variation from 512.16 to 667.40, while in point IDS4, chloride variation has ranged from 501 to 678. The allowed value for chlorides goes up to 250 according to administrative instruction. During our research in point IDS1, iron has recorded a variation from 0.33 to 0.67, while in point IDS4, the variation has ranged from 0.309 to 0.535. The allowed value according to administrative instruction is 2. Magnesium in point IDS1 has recorded a minimal value of 0.02 and a maximal value of 0.11, whereas in point IDS4 the amount of magnesium has varied from 0.079 to 0.144. The allowed value of magnesium according to administrative instruction is 2.0. And here in the end of this presentation, we arrive at a conclusion. The landfill leakage results mainly from rainfalls in the layers and of buried waste and from the biochemical reactions of the remains that contain dangerous substances and the polluters that lead to the pollution of surface and underground sources. Hence, the waste should be collected and weighted adequately. From the results, we can see that the values of physical, chemical parameters often cross the allowed limits that are in accordance with the administrative directive that is effective in Kosovo, which can represent a potential polluter of surrounding spaces and ground waters. Thank you very much in advance for all of you for listening me during two presentations. If you have any question, you can write me by mail. Maybe you can get the information to the coordinator of this international conference. I suggest you first to read our two papers, and I'm ready in every time to send you the answer for if you have any question about my papers.
Thank you for the presentation, Mr. Demaj. I believe we can take anybody who would like to have any questions. You can raise your hands or type in chat box. You can raise your hand or type in chat box. Okay, I don't see anyone.
No, I don't have any question, but you can send my mail and I'm ready every time.
Yes, yes. You can say you can share your email address in the chat box so that the people can get back to you on a personal note.
Okay, yes, I will come back. Now I will go to the Juma, to the mosque.
Thank you, thank you.
I will come back again, and if any one of you have any question about my papers, I'm ready for answers.
Sure, sure. We can. We will get back to you. You can mail. We will mail you. You can share your email address, Mr. Demach. Thank you for your wonderful presentation and a good work.
Thank you very much, and for you,
Yeah. Good work actually with respect to your paper, and it is wonderful that you have done some work on environment, basically with respect to landfill and all. We see landfill as a major problem.
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful work with respect to this, Mr. Devaj. Please carry on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and I will promote your activity, scientific activity here in my country.
Thank you. Will be in touch. You can mail me. You have my mail address, which I wrote in my chat box. Please look into it. Will be in
Okay.
touch.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Bye.
Devaj. Well, we'll have our okay. We'll have our first present. We'll go back and have a presentation in the serial order. We'll have our first presenter, like Mr. Hafiz, will be delivering the keynote. So, Mr. Hafiz, I'll just unmute, mute all. Hafiz. Do we have Hafiz? Okay, I don't find Hafiz, Mr. Hafiz. Hafiz, can you raise your hand or put in chat box? Okay, maybe some technical issues. I'm unable to find him. Do we have our first presenter, Zioli? Zioli. Yeah, I'll unmute you. Zioli, you're unmuted.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay.
You can share your screen, and we can and you can present.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay.
Can you maximize it? Yes. We can see you.
Hello everyone. My name is Xiaoli, and my research topic is comparing returns and risks of portfolio with gray band and without gray band. And my research divided into 5 parts. For the first part is the introduction, and we know to reduce in investment risk, the investor usually invested in different types of the financial asset. So the mixed stock and bond portfolio is a traditional
Zioli,
way.
sorry for interrupting. Can you use your headphone near you? Yeah, because we were unable to hear you. Yeah, please. Can you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear my?
Yes. This. Please keep it near you so we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. And for the figure 1 is stock market capitalization of the China. We can say it's it shows a growth rate. And for the table 1, we list the top 10 stock exchange in the world, and we can see Shanghai Stock Exchange and Shenzhen Stock Exchange ranked fourth at 80s respectively. And in terms of bond market, from the figure 2, we can see also shows a growth in trade. And table 2 and table 3, we list the largest trade volume and turnover for the trader band and the corporate band. And in the here, we use this. We use the largest trading volume and turnover trade bands and corporate band represent the non-grey band market. And for the grey band is debate securities that raise funds, especially for the climate or environmental purpose. And from the figure 3 is the global grey band market ensures scale and shows a rapidly growth rate. And for the table 4 and table 5 is the China's grey band ensuring scale and proportion in the world, and it shows growth rate and the participation and activity is increasing. Compared with the ordinary band, the grey band have some advantages. In the first is the unique concept of grey bands, and the other is the supported by the government. The last is stricter disclosure requirements. And so in our paper, the purpose is compare the risks and the returns of stock grey band portfolio and stock non-grey band portfolio in China, and get the optimal weight of each group to provide investors with different purposes reasonable allocation of the asset. For the next part is literature review. And in this part, we do a summary, have some scholarship already research the grey band market and other financial markets. And but their free study portfolio investment of grey bands and stock, so our research can fill this gap. For the next part 3 is methodology and the data. In our study, we employed the DCC gauge model, and they concluded the value at risk, conditional value at risk, and get the optimal portfolio weight of the under the minimized risk. And for the data, we have 5 variables. In order to ensure that the data is stationary, we covered the data into log return, the equation given for this. And in this paper, constructed 3 portfolios. Each portfolio have 3 assets. For the first portfolio 1 is the stock and trial brands. And for the portfolio 2 is stock and corporate band. And for the portfolio 3 is stock and grey band. So the part 4 is impression result. And the table 7 is the summary statistics, and the focus standard deviation scales and cortices. It gives strong evidence that grey bands is better because it have higher mean than the trial bands, and the least standard deviation lower cutters than corporate bands. And we can see the ADF tester is confirmed that all return series are stationary. And for the table 8 to table 10 is the estimate of AMA DCC gauge model result of the portfolio 1, portfolio 2, and portfolio 3. And in the here we can see the DCC gauge model can capture the univariate gauge and the gauge structure. And the table 11 exhibit the value at risk and the conditional value at risk at the level of 1%, 5%, and 2% for equally weighted portfolio. And we can see the portfolio 2 have the higher risk, and the conditional value at risk can be better to capture the risk of the 3 portfolios. And for the table 12 is the optimal weighted portfolios under the mean COVA. And we get the result, result under the mean curve and at the 1%, 5%, 10% confidence level, and to compare the result, we can see the portfolio 2 have the higher return but also have the higher risk, and the portfolio 3 it have lower risk and the return is moderate. And we can know that investor in 3 cases of portfolios have a large proportion of the bands, maybe because of the higher stability of the bands. For the next is conclusion is the part 5. We get the if investor want to invest in a lower risk way, portfolio 3 is more attractive because it has lower risk and a moderate return. The return is higher than stocks and trade bands. The risk is lower the other 2 portfolios. And under the investment mood of the portfolio 3, investors can perform certain social responsibilities. In addition, investors who have a great performance can choose the investment under this portfolio mode. And the second, the research provides suggestions for the dynamic collection of the financial assets. And for the next is our reference, and that's all. Thanks for listening. So, if anyone have questions.
Anybody have any questions? I can just unmute. I've unmuted all. You can just ask if you have any questions. Anybody have any questions? Well, really, thank you. It was a wonderful presentation. Can you just come back to your conclusions once? Can you just go to your previous slide, please?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah. Good afternoon. I'll just unmute everyone. I'll just mute off everyone. And unmute you, Ms. Wang. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My research topic is investigating the influence of exchange rate volatility on bilateral trade in China. After the implementation of economic reform and open up, China's economy has integrated into global economy, and its foreign trade volume has grown rapidly. In recent years, China maintained a trade surplus, and the exchange rate volatility will have a certain impact on import and export trade. However, the direction of this impact is uncertain. In 2017, China's top 5 trade partners in terms of total import-export volume are the US, Japan, Hong Kong, South Korea, and Germany. Generally speaking, China's foreign trade situation is good, but the RMB exchange rate is uncertainly changing. The impact of RMB volatility on the growth of China's bilateral trade cannot be intuitively observed, and the direction of the impact is unclear. So in this study, we have three purposes. First is to quantify the RMB exchange rate volatility. Second is to investigate the impact of RMB exchange rate volatility on Chinese bilateral trade growth. The second is to investigate the threshold effect of RMB exchange rate volatility on bilateral trade growth in China. Now, look at the research review. For the relationship between exchange rate volatility and the bilateral trade, previous studies reported kinds of results, positive, negative, and diverse results. For the measure of the exchange rate volatility, previous studies normally using standard deviation and variance measured by archetype or gauge type modeling to measure the volatility. In our study, we're modeling import and export models of China. The key variable is exchange rate volatility, and the control variables are GDP growth of China and selected countries. FDI of China invested to selected countries, and the inflation rate of China and the selected countries. We selected the quarterly data covering from 2000 to 2018 of China's top 5 countries. And here shows the data source. All the data are used in percent form in our study. Then we use smooth transition regression model to investigate the threshold effect of the volatility. Sorry, I missed a slide. This shows we will measure the exchange rate volatility by GJR gauge 11, and the sigma square is conditional variance, which can explain volatility in this study. After we got the volatility, we will use the smooth transition regression model to investigate the threshold effect. Here should the results of our study. First table shows the estimation of parameters in GJR gauge 11 for RMB exchange rate volatility with each currency respectively. And the second table, we use the STR to estimate all the independent variables to find optimal threshold variables for each import and export model. Table shows the results of minimi AIC and maximi adjust R square of every model. Next, using the best threshold variable of that step for every model, we got the significant numbers of each threshold variable. We can see that in the table, most of threshold variables has 3 threshold value. The last table showed that the threshold regression results of volatility. The conclusion detail shows in next slide. We can see that for import and export models of every region, the results are different and the coefficient of volatility is changed as the threshold variable value at different levels. Last part is conclusion and policy implication. We got the volatility by GJR gauge, and the exchange rate volatility has multiple threshold effect on Chinese bilateral trade, and the direction are different for each trade partner. The results suggested that China's policymakers should formulate the economic policies with a goal of achieving a minimum level of RMB exchange rate volatility according to the GDP growth in China and the inflation rate of the other countries. And the import and export ratio also need to be balanced at specific levels of minimum RMB exchange rate volatility according to both current and future international economic situation. That's all about my presentation. Thank you. If anyone has any question, you can ask me or send to me.
Anybody have any questions? Will I unmute all? I've unmuted all. Anybody have any questions? Okay. Well, Wang, just wanted to ask you, like, now, present scenario due to COVID, we know that a lot of countries are facing difficulties with respect to their production and all. So, and they are moving away from Asian countries, like US and all are moving away from Asian countries and all is what the major news, world news. What do you say? How, like, again, with respect, your studies are up to 2018, right? So post, yeah, but now the scenario is different. 2019 and 20. We can see there is a lot of present trends that the growth may differ, right? Import, export, or anything it may differ. So how exactly you can tackle the issue, or how can you talk or give the solutions, or change the policies, or implement the policy with respect to present trend, with respect to 19 and 20 and the present scenario. I'm talking about, like, we have COVID situation, lot of issues are happening around the world. So how can the market can function? Do you get the question? Did you understand my question?
Sorry.
No, I actually, I meant, like, influence of exchange rate violating on bilateral trade in China is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So my question was, like, it's in a general question. Like, we know that right now the situation around the world, we know it is kind of again, like, many countries are facing difficulties with respect to any manufacturing sectors. So how can any solutions, or any work you worked on those particular issues, kind of it, like how a country can develop, or can improve their economy and all with respect to exchange? I'm just asking a general question as your economic background. Okay. Okay, fine. If you face difficulty in answering, not a issue.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, thank you for sharing your presentation. We'll just go ahead with the next presenter. Well, we have Nina Brar. Do we have Nina Brar? The next presenter. Yeah, we don't. Okay. Do we have Rachanika? Just unmute.
I'm here.
Yeah. Just mute everyone, and I'll unmute you. I've unmuted you. Yes. You're audible. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Ms. Wang, can you just stop the screen? 1 second.